25, you can hit the record button on your software menu or press the record button on the front panel for about 3 to 5 seconds on the front of the NVS25 unit. The mode button is used to select your video input source. Pressing the mode button will allow you to cycle through HDMI, SDI, and composite video source signals. Next, we will learn how to configure a live stream on the NVS25. First, you need to set up an account with a CDN, also known as a content delivery network. There are many CDNs available to use, but we will use YouTube as an example since it is free and easy to use. After you've created your YouTube account, you will need to go into the YouTube settings menu and enable your live streaming. Under the encoding setup, you will need to copy both server IP URL and the stream name. Note, this must be entered exactly as you see it on YouTube. Press apply. Your stream will now start. Remember, it takes a few minutes for the signal to buffer and start to stream. Now that you have configured the NVS25 for live streaming, your settings are saved and you can simply press the stream button to start and stop streaming. To modify the record settings on your NVS25, go to Settings and then click on Encoder Setup. There you can modify all the details of the file. The most important setting is video bitrate. This affects the quality of your file. The lower the bitrate, the lower quality. The higher bitrate, the higher quality. It is recommended to use a bitrate of 5,000 kilobits per second. This quality will make your file ideal for uploading to YouTube. You are now ready to stream and record on your NVS25. Enjoy. For more data video tutorials and to learn more about our products, visit datavideo.com or follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube.
Datavideo launches a game-changing TVS series virtual studio system. Since the start of We Media, the requirement for a large video production staff has been a very critical issue. With Datavideo's TVS systems, producers now can complete an entire production from the pre-production stages to the final editing stages with only one person. The ability to switch backgrounds back and forth with shortcut keys gives producers the flexibility they need to create a variety of programs. Datavideo's TVS systems include a virtual set maker, which allows producers to create custom sets in minutes. Users can easily take a photo with their cellular phone and upload it into the set maker to create a set in no time at all. Ultimately, the virtual set maker is a key component to creating beautifully customized sets. Users who are new to the virtual set maker will appreciate the system's ease of use and intuitive nature. The virtual set maker is an efficient tool that will make all the difference when you're crunched for time. There is also a macro, which allows you to create elegant lens movements and mix a variety of raw media files with the push of one button. You can also overlap animations to create brand new visual effects. During production, you can continue to use tools like your tablet or PowerPoint. Any images from these devices can be sent to the TVS system via Apple TV or Miracast. There is no need to change anything on the TVS, which makes this simple and painless. The TVS series is a game-changing virtual studio system. This revolutionary product can be fully operated by one person. Datavideo also provides basic hardware equipment, such as lighting sets, green screen backdrops, and more to complete your virtual production needs. We are a one-stop shopping place to finalize your virtual studio system, regardless of the application. More than 160 free backgrounds for TVS users to download, and more to come. The TVS 1000 TVS 1200 is not only effective, but also your reliable partner.
cable. So you can imagine that this camera is mounted up on your ceiling for an auditorium, for a church, for a school, concert, and this will allow me to just connect one cable to it and have all those functions available to me. So let's see basically how it works. Let me show you the back of the unit here. By the way, all the camera angles that you see in this video are all being shot with a PTC 150T. So let me turn this around real quick, and you can see that there's one cable here. You can see this cable right here that's connected to this receiver box. And the receiver box takes the video and then converts it to an HDMI signal, which then can be connected to my switcher. Then there's another, in the back here you can see that there's another input for your Cat6 that then can be connected to my RMC 180. And the RMC 180 is a controller that allows me to control up to 4 PTZ cameras. So I can have complete control without having to run any special extra cables other than your Cat6. Price point, under $3,500. Amazing. So imagine saving all that time and money for having to hire an electrician for your next install. This would be a great savings to anybody. If you'd like to learn more about it, you can visit our website at www.datavideo.com. You can also watch our new videos that we have right up here in the corner. You can click and see all our new videos that we have for our new products. And also, if you want to see some of our other products in the future, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.
Race comes together perfectly when you've eliminated any mistakes in the race. So, as a sprinter, the more force you put into the ground, the faster you run. It's ground force that creates speed and power that an athlete can generate. Most of the athletes, sprinters at that time, you would see, like your Carl Lewis, who had this, beautiful lean, this beautiful forward lean. And that's great, but what that does is it takes away some of the mass of your torso over your shoulder, put more force into the ground. Generally speaking, taller athletes struggle in the shorter sprints. Because it's so, those 100 meters, for example, is so dependent on the start and the drive phase in the first 30 meters or so, and it's very difficult for most tall sprinters to be able to cycle through as quickly as they would need to and to be effective in that part of the race, except for Usain Bolt. That's what makes him different. Most of the time, height is a disadvantage in the 100 meters because the first 30 meters, the position and the angles you have to produce in order to produce rapid turnover and power to come out of the blocks is very difficult for athletes with longer limbs to achieve those types of angles. Certainly over the last probably 20 years, we've seen athletes start to take more advantage of strength training to develop upper body strength, understanding that good upper body strength, good core strength makes a better sprinter, understanding that especially as you get into, the 400 meters, even, good upper body strength helps you maintain form and technique during the fatigue stage of the race. Good upper body strength helps sprinters even in the 100 meters to develop more power, which we know equates to more speed. And so I think we've seen a different approach to strength and resistance training as it relates to sprints. The race comes together perfectly, and rarely do you see that, but the race comes together perfectly when you've eliminated any mistakes in the race. So you've in eliminating the mistakes or minimizing the mistakes and trying to execute to perfection. Certainly there's advances in training techniques, advances in technology and nutrition and all of that sort of thing, but it's also the faster we run, the more it proves to us as humans that we can go faster. And so people are inspired by faster performances by the last generation or the last athlete. You know, someone breaks the world record today, you know, maybe yesterday lots of athletes thought, well, it's not possible to run that time. Now they know that it is, and so they continue to move it forward.